Embusian for native for him be a quabason kind of daily update TV so Hana Babanya trending news ecoso. Oh, yes, having any nice source and then did can about subscribe to our channel nothing so hard in be a bit about comment section or any bit magic pass up in come up in some man fish or besha more than for so. Any be a share some go straight to our major issue. Kelvin tell a church and be more air rim ye pan and then or kitchen. Was say reply Mahama Edima NanaAddo over sir was one congratulating no on sir 2020 election course no. And a year Kelvin Teleka say reply Mahama Edima and say another work for the year would be a way GYIMIFOța will you be away Jimmy or ye penny GYIMIFOța as I know see can I say no no teaching didn't know what I say Ghana and you couldn't find after now, on can want some shit, Baba so be congratulate you. More, a piece of one eye, more, Yako Pam. I congratulate you. And my again, like I say, Mahama say, we GYIMIFOța, papa, we need some communion could take him till a ban in similar to drive election, of course, a chaotic election, of course, 2020. No, communion could take him till a bar. Me atwa enkomo twetwe so
say John Dramani Mahama ebema ni trinkwa anase obe congratulate ni say we win election 2020 no John Dramani Mahama sebio ono se Ghana ni a de ekoso bia no ote no ono se ye na adwene say obeyi NanaAddo danko ekufuado ano efri say sebio ye ka nankarefo a na sempenifu ofia sa penifo no ye bo mudin ena sebio akora a wejimi no wanta ne mu a odi jimi no kugina sori dem edi nkwasasem enti John Dramani Mahama yɛ n'adwene sɛ John Mahama yɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛyi NanaAddo danko ekufuado ano na sebio asɛm a ɔse ɔno ekufuado ɛhyɛ ne bo a ɛbɛma ne to apae no saa asɛm no ɛbɛdi nkan ɛbɛnya ama ne to apae nti John Mahama ɛnso ekufuado kan ne nsɛm nyina wie sɛ okun nipa ɔhyɛ Ghanafoɔ so ɔtata Ghanafoɔ a ɔde win election no ɔsɛ ɔnte aseɛ sɛ John Dramani Mahama anyɛ den amani trinkwa anase wanka se wayade se wo win elections no na se sebia wo ya Ghana ni na odi weni to fom na wotie NanaAddo danko ekufuado na no asem pempenso a Ghana edui ahokyera ewom kebi ma min kebia asei yesika sem adweregu eye obu a yefe no obuo eni Ghana biem eye nipa atumi kuta omo ye yayakayaka de a omo mbu Ghana eye amamre eni sebio eye kebi ma min kebu na sa wotie NanaAddo danko ekufuado na sa wo hwe bema ogina ho na sa asem firi na no ba ana bibisa figu ne trim ana sa figu na pempem arekodie ntia meka sa ne se NanaAddo danko ekufuado nim se 2020 elections no insem bebre ko so enti John Dramani Mahama so eka se panyine jimi na wanta ne mu a oye panyine kwasea no ono so ede na no asem ochroye reply NanaAddo danko ekufuado na de John Mahama ekroye no enie John Dramani Mahama said on a rather sad note it is unconscionable let me get this right on a rather sad note it is unconscionable that 3 years after these tragic events, our president, NanaAddo danko ekufuado, has not uttered even a word of sympathy to the bereaved families. The perpetrators of these murders continue to work as free men and still hold on to positions of authority and power. John Dramani Mahama asem anase imwaya odema eye NanaAddo danko ekufuado na imwaye ni nyina de John Mahama kan say eya asefem wanwa na time say yeto aba 2020 a ye bo nipa nwotwe etuo wo Ghana enkwara impenifo emma emmema nipa nwotwe a ye bo mutuo during election 2020 John Mahama say asefem time ni wo Emma penyini yokrampo eye tan Emma president die ye tan Emma ekufuado ye te se aboa efri se owotema ana oye penyini a odi Ghana anim a since ye bo nipa nwotwe 2020 no eye ne wonwa eye asefem se president a odi Ghana anim a sebio sa president no ye na yeto a yeto ye gege obra yebo yede hu sika ehwe no ene ne yere ne ma hwe omo dross ema omunya baby tena didi no president na ye na adwene se nipa nwotwe na obutua eto me yede hwe na abeduru ne no ewuo a sebio nipa bi omukuta ntu a omuhye police ntade ne soja ntade a omuye aban mu nipa ebo nipa nwotwetuo no mfie miensa na etwam NanaAddo Ekufuado embo so wa Mahama say de ye ne yakrampo ne say de eye ne tan eye ne ye ne say NanaAddo Ekufuado enya ahosepe abai ne to ma ne to apaya betena TV so say eye ne ye say ono John Dramani Mahama no sebio on kan kire ne say ni trinkwa anase sebio wako okupa ewini elections no also the side yan say nipa omudi saa boni a obo Ghana nipa nwotwe etuo no saa nipa ya saa ne nam Ghana omura Jubilee House pie ene nam Ghana ma Ghana for ya saa gigi omoto edi tua saa nkofo we ka abra NanaAddo Ekufuado nim saa nipa we nyina omudi saa ewuwe enti John Mahama say NanaAddo Ekufuado mfa ne Jimmy free onkoto baby efri se Ghana fo hu hia no na ono no onye busuefo onye kwase ampanyi se watwetuo abo Ghana fo tuo abedi omoso no ono nsa magina TV so nka che se wa ya ade se obo Ghana fo nwotwetuo edigi tumi enti John Dramani Mahama mu aye odi yima odema Ekufuado ne se oye panyini Jimifo senka oda ena osoda ye na adwene wo fie na enye Jimi na adokoro na senka ne ma ena nka ye bo mutu a anka mfie miensani anka sebio waka ho asem na eno ena ma eye asiedu nketia ende ono so ba abontene ebe kasafa eye NanaAddo Ekufuado sebio nyome bia oye MPP aban no nyome bia omo ya sebio omode say kebi mami nkebia Ghana for ya bon ho bra abedru ne na de ya wasem we mu nyina ne say na asiedu nketie kasa no o say ye wo nipa titiri wo Ghana se asem meda Ghana na se ye ka anytime bia NPP for be boni patuo omo be ye ayakayaka de omo be tata Ghana for edi bone no na saa nipa no ebi mu te se Peace Council, Christian Council, Islamic Council, impenifo bi a omo se omo de sebio omo ye impenifo a asam ko bone a omo no mo be aka no na saa impenifo no aka ye nyina afra se ye nyina ye nipa bonefo bone a MPP edi no yemfa nhye MPP ena bone a NDC ndi no mama yemfa nhye NDC efrisa wo hwe Ghana kebi mama nkebi from 1992 besin na anytime bia MPP bedi bone ekunipa ase ye kebi mama nkebi no anytime bia mpenifo we benya akonya se omo beka se ana omo beka MPP enim no na omo aka se political parties nyina edi bone Johnson asiedi nketia oye panyini a odi NDC enim se mum mpenifo a from the moral society asofo Pentecost asofo Roman asofo Islam for mpenifo Christian Council, Peace Council, Catholic Union, one no mo kasa enkantre MPP se insio etai aponchirenia oje wo impempenso bia yebedru emre bia sa bone a MPP di no sa bone a MPP dia na omo aka MPP dia ka ho se NDC for so di bone no ebedu pempensuo bi no eye kebi mami kebi na ye nyina expect se e wo se obia so de den enya ho den emfaso no sa kebi mami kebi no ebeji egu efise se de bia no menya hwe na ubom yem na se obi so to no onim se menya hwe ye bom yem na nda ye ba na bebusa wo panyini se ede ne si ye bo NDC yem a wo se omo nyina pentokwa no e wo se otia se ye twa eja to fie ni mu a ye nyina ye behye de na asiedu nketia eka nyina ne se ye wo mpanifo bi omote Ghana omo hu bone omo hu de MPP ye omo hu MPP kebi mame kebia sebio omo brasie enso mredu se e wo se ye ka MPP ni ma na sebio NDC ena sebio omode omonsa tenetene omoso Johnson asiedu nketia ne NDC for se sankwase ade no munye biem omon kasa ne se ne be ya atoyira nkyem bi nsi debi efri se NDC sebio MPP for afa ho tata MPP NDC omuku omonkofo NanaAddo Ekufuado be di president ye nyina ye ni tuade esi wo Ghana kebi mami kebia NanaAddo Ekufuado ne MPP for abrenase eku Ghana for from Ayawaso West Wagon all the way to Techiman South. There are a lot of murders and also a tena ho kan asem ansane yakoto aba 2024. Peace Council, Christian Council, mo amaka nyina mo te Ghana, mo ma yenka ho asem yete ha esa akoto aba foforo. Na aba foforo na teten a. Why na mo beka se wedi bone? Because say yan solve ende asem e wo ha. Eye dan ne nyina nya adwenemu fan, ye nyina nya odo e de koto aba 2024. Inti edu nketia oye panyini a oda NDC enim no. Ono de na no asem o kan se panyi die mante. Na oye panyini bi so a sebio ontwan ma asem nsi ansa na obeka se memma we nka ho. Ye de enyoma edi ne ma o me NDC fo ache. Emredu se ye beka sem ye be ma NanaAddo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na aban ate ase na ende ye te Ghana ase edu nketia kasa no. Eye den da ben na wako Ghana bekosemu a even during eye military rule da ben na yako Ghana bekosemu a president ejina bedwom akase mi be free so a me de to me be ma mi ankasa be party asiedu nketia ka kire mpedifo mo Ghana mo amose ma adwene ko echire mo amose mo do Ghana mo amose yentumi nkasa mwanim asiedu nketia oye the leader of the NDC say and the president bi ejina simpie ni aka say or the to me bema on one party or some tiasie say ehina ne ba ye nyina nsu kombede say port no e ba ye nyina e kombede one ye kunipa mo ankasa ye mbusa questions omo di sa adwiri mu no omo nam Ghana. Two, ya say kunipa otechiman south mo nyina mo ankasa mama ya nso ano mama ye hu omo di bone no. Three, nipa omo hye soja ntade awura parliament abra ye mra no etia mumpenifo nyina wo Ghana mo ankasa mambowa NanaAddo Dankwa Akufo-Addo asa gina stage say eye abana yekoto no odi tumi bema ono ane party mote Ghana mo ankasa mambowa na ehina ne ba mema obia emfa ne kenten emma John Mahama fie emma NDC headquarters embe kase munyina mo ye parties obia nka na komantu ne yem e wo samote ase o man na ye kekere nya bi mu dia enye party bi dia NDC aye de ombetuma aye munyina mo te Ghana mu insema esiye nipa doma yeku omo. It was in this country ene ehu NPP aban sma soldier for police for ekobo Ghana for to ebe sin the 4 years obia endimade justice for those who were killed.
It feels like it was yesterday. Mother of 15-year-old Rita Otu, who was killed during the December 20
and do business. You people sat back and poured fire, poured water, and poured gas and lighted the whole place up. You burn the place down. You want me to build it? You have to build it. Break that wall down. That nonsense of NDC and PP. If you stick to that and keep saying that, you people will all become slaves. They will treat you the way they are treating. They will treat you for good. You people cannot make any difference. It hurts me to say this. You people calling yourselves what. You can't make any difference in an environment that does not believe in democracy. My advice to you people is simple. Let's take the first step. Let's break down this government. Let's help kick them out of power. Whatever we want to be, we can be. Until we understand this code, we are all idiots. We are just making noise. The tyrant is there. The party that kills is there. The party that does not respect the constitution is there. Break it down. We can forge forward. But the comedy and the noise is a waste of time. Under NanaAddo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, this happened. We are still in Ghana.
Inim say nipa watching you kuma mono ma penfo ka ho nkura ka ho mebu ni bi mema ne ma bi ka ho a just kuma mo samre no eno na akura bi a di 15 years e fan Rita Otu on nipa watching you kuma mono akura kitikiti a just was obwane maame ni maame na eye peanut no Obuane mami Motonton nneɛma ɛwɔ ɛyɛ edwa so ɔbɔ like ɔyɛ obi a ɔboa no na ɔso ɔtena ase na ɔhwɛ sɛnea afoforɔ kɔ school na wakae ne ba na wawu no. Up to now, panyin biara nsi ne fie ɛna ɛka kyerɛ no sɛ o na asɛm na esi no yɛ ma ɔyɛ obiara nsi ne fie mmɛka asɛm no. Akyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ akɔyɛ awerɛhosɛm paa kyerɛ sɛ ne nnyan ɛnso still na ɛyɛ Adanko Akufo-Addo pɛ sɛ Mahama congratulate na kɛntɛlɛ bofu yie paa ɔkeka ne pɔsɛm no. Amrɛ no up to now ɛne saa amrɛ no nya na ɛyɛ Bawumia ɛna ɛyɛ head of security council. Nanso up to now ɔnka hwee mfa ho. Mmɔfra yɛ abɔ mu tuo yɛreborɔ mo up to now ɔnka hwee mfa ho. Ɛna ɔka sɛ saa killers wɔ sɛ yɛ come off. Kamunyenguti no.
2020 election in the Ododo constituency tells me, as she speaks to me, grandmother of a little girl is in tears. Events of that fateful day are playing back on her mind. For NanaAddo, the death of her daughter has changed her life forever.
When I see her colleagues going to school, I remember her and I always break down.
And as she tells me, there have been no police contacts or investigations into circumstances that led to her daughter's death since the incident.
We have been all by ourselves. Nobody has been here to ask about her death since last year. She helped me do my trading business, and without her, I am lonely.
The Otto family is just one of 6 who lost their relative during the chaotic election. But while they continue to grieve, they hope someday the death of their daughter will be avenged. For governance experts and political watchers, the silence and inaction on the part of the police 1 year on is unacceptable. Professor Kesi is Senior Research Fellow at the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEG.
Some people unfortunately lost their lives during the election. We haven't come to any conclusion on this matter. Nobody arrested, nobody prosecuted. And this doesn't speak well for the rule of law in this country. Society has failed them. Our political system has failed them. The criminal justice system has failed them. In civil society organizations, we should be putting pressure to get answers for inaction on the part of the criminal justice system to resolve a matter. It was on everybody's lips during and after the election. Yet, nothing has happened.
For many, the events that have played out since December 8, 2020 creates the impression that these individuals may have been killed in an election and simply forgotten. NanaAddo, TV3 News, Accra.
And the most important thing I want to say a stress was to say, Bawumia, all these things that happened, as a Muslim, he never spoke about it. ʔrily Be. And Bawumia was the head of the Security Council. And he's still the head of the Security Council. He's not spoken about it. You're born one guy's Kremufo Techiman North, Techiman South, he does not care. And this is the same Bawumia, he says, Akufo-Addo kwa amonfa to me, mame. Bawumia has supported every single murder in this country. He has decided to support it because he believes and when they keep Akufo-Addo in power. And the Metisen and Kofoka say, there's a group that was going to have a convention in Ghana and Akufo-Addo I cancelled the other day, and people were angry. You deserve to be angry. But the issue here is, when NanaAddo Akufo-Addo came to power from 2016 to 2020, from 2017 to 2020, we were on TV every day. And we were telling young Ghanaians and Ghanaians to say, if we give this guy an opportunity, he will destroy us. We were telling young Ghanaians, because the issue is, if we had all come out to add our voice from 2017 to 2020, NanaAddo and the MP would have never gotten a second chance. So when I see young men in Ghana today saying they are leading a force, you can never lead a force when you are being led by a tyrant. Never. Let me state this again. A third force can never succeed in Ghana when you have a tyrant as a leader. So, when I was listening to some of you with the pain in your hearts, we have created this because we had the opportunity to allow people who understand and believe in democracy to lead us, to give us the opportunity to tell the world that we young people can also lead after them. But because of our selfish interest thinking, NPP and NDC are the same, no? We sat back, fueled NanaAddo, made him more dangerous, weaponized him through giving him support and making him think, say, he's powerful. Because when we get the opportunity to speak against the sitting president and the government, we say that NDC, NPP are the same. There's no way on earth John Dramani Mahama will do this. If we had all come together to push these killers out of power, we would have gotten a president in John Dramani Mahama who believes in democracy and would have allowed we, the young people in Ghana, to decide what we want to do if we want a third force to come in. But this is the problem here. The person who is leading the democracy today, you see or think is democracy, does not believe in the democracy. Until you get an environment that is conducive enough, an environment that believes in democracy enough, you cannot bring out a new generation to lead. So our mistake was sitting back and making it look like we are fine. Let the foolish ones do politics. And NanaAddo penetrated and entered the cracks. And now, until the Kufuor is out of the picture, until the NPP is out of the picture, nobody can call himself, me, I'm a young man, I want to lead. You are lying, you're a joker. When was the last time you saw a young man or any group of people succeed in a hostile environment? You can't. You cannot build a democratic group inside a hostile environment. You can't do it. All the young Democrats, all the young people who have succeeded in becoming democratic figures or groups, they all thrived in an environment where people who were leading them believed in democracy. So the noise you people are making, I respect it. It hurts, but we have caused it. Because if you don't get rid of the problem, you cannot solve a new problem. You cannot create opportunities. What NanaAddo is doing today and the MPP are doing, we gave them the power. I sat on TV, on radio, on Loud Silence TV from 2017, questioning Ghanaians, the young people, instead of you people to understand that if you have a tyrant, you can't do anything. That is why a simple convention couldn't happen. Do you think, as bad as John Dramani Mahama is, he would have listened to this? He would have allowed you to be yourself in Ghana? NPP, NDC are never the same. So you people screaming and making noise instead, group, go and vote against this to open the gap. And John Dramani Mahama, when he was president, proved that he believes in Kebi Mamin Kebi. He had the tendencies. He showed that no matter the criticism and how independent you want to be, you are a Ghanaian and you have the right to exercise that. But under these people, so if you sit there and say, Bawumia ba MPP, you are not ready. You can only thrive. You can only thrive as young men who want to make a difference in an environment that respects your rights. If you are being led by a leader who does not respect your rights, there's nothing you can do. You can go bring all the serious talkers in the world. The party that is leading the country, the leadership, don't believe in democracy. It is up to you. You and I, it's our responsibility to speak against the government for this government to be voted out. Because the NDC we know will never do this. John Dramani Mahama understands and respects what? Democracy. So our biggest problem is us. Our biggest problem is stopping the problem. And the problem is NPP Ekufuado. You, these young men who are pissed off, angered, saying things. If the president believed in democracy, this wouldn't have happened. So if the party in power believed in democracy, this wouldn't have happened. You can become powerful and you can make a difference only in an environment that is conducive and respects democracy and your rights. When you have a government that does not respect that, you can't be what you want to be. So it's about time you people stop talking about NDC and PP are the same. It's about time you people pointing to Ghanaians that this particular party, this NPP should go.
Pushafomity for winning information about to Java CMT for a permanent and Mammoth News Ecoswa. Just a more remney more she pana. Concern about the first audio no. It didn't two there's no way content in first audio no about a year comment and a reply a year Mahama a diama a year Akufada just what did not tell me permanent or good in Mati party will be aware a naso as a election in free and fair. And was what as I make Munipang chapter now, one cash you found by person men and me congratulate you. We will be away Jimmy pa. Only is my account about make any motion. We of course cannot do say. If I would name to know painful now crank from now crank at and a year. You'll be a corner, I know what 15 years a fellow with the wood. It himself the name I'm at Queen my obi. Would be a road charger say up to now be by the female can say oh yeah my Lëakwa bisa we need some way to judge as MIT for a massive no amote near my question maybe this I'm going to check a clarify it would you say content or you channel comment section already that 10 be any now finish with him so I shall more than for swinging you will be as by dilemma.